Okay, so been CIO for 2 years. What was my original brief and how has that changed? We've changed all the network in all branches. So increasingly in the last year, digital transformation has really started and really kicked off. So my focus has switched much more to the digital agenda than the protecting service and rolling out the desktop and the kit agenda. There's a number of things that we're looking at. So the digital transformation is probably, it's new technology for the post office. Might not be new technology in a lot of commercial industries, but increasingly we're looking at how do we make that experience in the post office quite seamless from a online, offline, online journey. So how much of that work can you do on your app before you actually go into the post office to make the post office experience as frictionless as possible? Obviously we still want you to come into the post office because you still have a physical good that you need to transport, but we want to make it as seamless as possible online before you come offline into the... So increasingly we're looking at digital apps, mobile apps to try and make that experience really clean. On AI and machine learning, we're still investigating it really. I think on the AI side, it will help us internally on how can we do some smart chat and some help desk and that kind of stuff. So we just demoed an Alexa app into the board last week, see what possibilities that got to consumers as well. Hey Alexa, where's my nearest post office? Hey Alexa, what time is it open? Those kind of questions. On machine learning, I'm quite interested from a security and fraud perspective. So obviously I'm with 22,000 counters, 45,000 staff or whatever, the amount of transactions we're doing, I can look at machine learning patterns and look at that kind of stuff. So we're just looking at some security and fraud machine learning applications now to see where that might benefit. I have a dream of, and I think this is a great idea, see what you think, I think this is a great idea, a post office robot. So if we have an elderly, vulnerable customer and they want to post a parcel, they dial the little red robot and the robot goes and picks it up and delivers it to the post office. I haven't sold it yet, but I think it's a great idea. My other dream is a concept post office, a completely automated store where you run, I want to do a startup in a student type place environment and just do a 24/7 concept store. So those are my two dreams, but I haven't quite sold either of them yet. But I think post office little red robot would be great. So obviously post office is not immune to the changing environment and the way people want to consume stuff now, which is why, as I say, increasingly we're looking at digital apps, digital transformation. We've built a digital garage just around the corner from the main office and we're increasingly hiring software engineers. We're open for business, so anyone wants to join a really agile, fantastic organisation, then post office is the place to come. So increasingly making sure we can merge that digital world to the physical world is really important. It's what really attracted me to the post office actually, because a lot of the jobs as CIO is to try and get rid of the physical environment and digitise everything, because physical environments introduce cost. So if you're in a financial services organisation, increasingly you try and move people online and away from offline. The great attraction, it's almost a Harvard Business School problem, is how do you maintain the post office, drive the offline journeys, but make it as frictionless as possible for consumers. So I think that's a really interesting problem to try and solve. Are we solving it? Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think there is enough demand and very relevant demand to make sure that the post office matters as much for consumers tomorrow as it does today. Then I think the demand is out there. The demand is around cash is still very popular in society. Identity services is really popular, and mails and postal and packages is never going away. In fact, you know, on the Black Friday when they have the massive shopping sale, we probably have a tremendous Tuesday because everyone brings everything back that they bought on the Black Friday. So I don't think that's the official term, tremendous Tuesday. I've just noted it. So home shopping returns is huge business in terms of what we do as a post office. So it's still as relevant tomorrow as it will be today. We've just got to digitally enable it much more. The CIO role just naturally changes. You know, I think CIO role increasingly is a business partner to the organisation. So CIOs usually are cutting edge of technology, understand where the digital journeys are going, and can be the best advisor to boards and to execs about what the art of the possible is and what new technology is really doing. Because there's not many other people that just really deep dive into it on a continuous basis. I'm quite a technology CIO, I still enjoy technology, so I still read voraciously about what's going on. So, I don't think there's a better time to be a CIO, to be honest, for anybody, because we're on a cusp of a wave. Technology, and the post office is a technology-driven business. The same as any business nowadays is a technology-driven business. So who knows, maybe I'll be replaced by a robot at some stage, but I can't see it coming for a while.